Marry me, this is Jen with Dichromatic. How's it going? And Happy New Year to all, and a safe one. Now, today I'm going to teach you a simple ritual to welcome the new year, and boy, do we all need that this year. We all need to have a better year this year. I think you all agree with me on that. And well, on a positive note, and I know that many of you might agree with me, if you're watching this video, you have made it. If you're watching this video, you have survived 2020 in spite of all the bad things that have happened during this time. And so that is alone a great accomplishment. Congratulations for being here today. So now we are going to talk about a chant that you can say along with a candle, and I'm going to give you different options. As usual, it doesn't have to be this candle. I don't know why the light goes on and off. Sometimes my camera does things on its own. But before I do that, as usual, a little bit of housekeeping for my clients. We are entering waning moon tomorrow. Today is full moon. Tonight we're going to be casting still the love work. And anything that started on, I have to say this because there is a client that's being pretty petty to my assistants about waning moon. And so if I recommend you a spell, that's a diffuser. And I know it starts on full moon and then it goes into waning moon. Please follow my recommendation. Don't bother my assistants with the same question like, but it's going on to waning moon. Is it going to be affected by that? The answer is no. If I recommend something to you, it's because I know what I'm doing. So, but tomorrow, this is in defense of my assistants sometimes. Tomorrow, we're going into waning moon. The waning moon, when you start a spell on waning moon, that's when you're starting a negative work spell. So you're no longer doing love work on a target unless you're doing tormenting work. So the tranquil, the Santa Muerte, the return to me, those are tormenting work that can be done both in full moon or waxy moon and waning moon. But for the waning moon, which starts tomorrow, it's the ideal moon for curses, breakup spells, revenge spell, everything that banishment spells, everything that is designed to put negative energy on a person. And if you have it with someone, because maybe he or she was not so good to you, we are offering a 20% off on all the courses on our site, and it's going to be there for pretty much the whole waning moon period. So plenty of time for you to stock up on your favorite courses and let that person know what type of things you would like to for her or him to go through this to 2021. Having said that, for this ritual, you do not need necessarily this one. I burned this one, but you can go to your local store. You can buy a yellow candle. Sometimes those little votive. I don't burn the whole thing for New Year's Eve. I just burn the top. And if I want more money, I get a yellow versus red. If I want more love, I get a red versus yellow. As you can tell, because we've had a pandemic, I want more love than money, but that's entirely up to you which one you want more. But, you know, you can go to the store and say, I want a yellow. You look for a yellow candle. Doesn't really have to be. There are those votive candles. They are in a glass. They are like this big, and they're yellow. You can get that. Or you can get those votive red candles if you're doing love work or you want more love in 2021. You can get that as well. Sometimes those local store being 99-cent store, I don't know, Save Mart, Walmart, they do have dichromatic candles, which is red and yellow. You can get that. Again, you don't need it because you're only gonna burn it tomorrow night. So if you're home, and you should be, because those are the recommendations, you should stay home and help minimize the spread of this beast that we have around that's creating so many victims out there. So if you're home and you're not having gatherings, right, and you're doing this safely, get the hint here, you're going to be doing this. And there's a chant associated with it that I am going to tell you all about it. So let's talk about the candle. I use this one. It's a lover's candle. I'll tell you more about this one when the time comes. The time will come in March, so we have plenty of time. I don't put any names in here because this is for me, and the energy knows that this is for me. I'll just burn the top, and before I start burning the candle, which will start, guess what, at midnight, like when everybody else sings the song, does all the fireworks, you're going to be starting the candle. So that's what witches do. You know, we don't really follow the world lead. We create our own lead, right? So forget what everybody else does. You, at midnight, you're going to light up a candle. If you light the yellow one, things are going to be looking pretty good. I've had people that when they lit the yellow candle on the midnight on New Year's Eve, they bought houses, they got their houses loan approved, they got a new job, they got more money. I mean, it's a really good ritual. That's why. And it's something that you can do on your own. It's very cheap. Again, you don't have to order this. There's no time. It's tomorrow. Just go to the store, get a local, go to your local store, get a candle, yellow candle. Sometimes even those little ones that are not in the glass. You know, again, you're just going to burn it for an hour. So really zero effort there. I happen to have at home Jezebel oil, but you don't have to. I like Jezebel oil. The Jezebel oil usually gets a bad rap. They say it's the oil of those who are selling street items and more. I cannot really be going in details, but you can look it up. What Jezebel oil is. It's for women to find men who pay for their services. But it's really not true. It's not all that it does. It really is good for people around you, and it brings a lot of good energy. I like Jezebel oil, so I will put a little bit of Jezebel oil on my candle. But if you don't have it, if you don't have anything at all, if you have cinnamon powder at home, you can put sprinkle a little cinnamon powder at the top of your candle, and that'll be just about it. You know, it's to sweeten things and energy around you. Again, if you don't have Jezebel oil, and most of you will not have Jezebel oil tomorrow, cinnamon powder. So you can go to the store, Walmart, Save Mart, dollar store, 99-cent store if you're in the United States. If you're outside of the United States, whatever cheap store you have around you, yellow candle or red candle, or red and yellow candle, and cinnamon powder. Very easy to find. Then, before you light it up, you are going to take a bath and cleanse yourself. If you want to do a cleansing before you take a bath, you pass an egg around your body and then you take a bath. There's a full video on cleansing on our channel. You can look at that one on how to do it. Before you take a bath, you will clean your house a little bit so it will not be messy. So you're getting rid of all the bad energy from 2020, which we all need to do. And then after that, so you're clean and dandy, your house is clean and dandy, you're ready for midnight, you have your candle, right? You have your yellow or you have your red, you sprinkled a little cinnamon powder. Careful with the stick, don't put anything around the stick, otherwise it won't burn. So just around it in a way symbolically to sweeten people and things around you. I will be using my Jezebel oil, of course. And then you will say this, and of course I will put it right here. I don't expect you to know, so I kind of like to touch my candle at midnight, so when everybody else is going to sing that song, and everybody else is going to light up their fireworks, and probably spread more COVID-19. You, who are a witch and are wise and are a very good person in this life and world, who deserves very good vibes, are going to be lighting up a candle at midnight and saying, blessed year passing away, may your joys with me stay. Make me lucky, make me wise, magic blessings before these eyes, magical times between old and new, yesterday and tomorrow, lessons learned will be due, pass away regret and sorrow. Magic passing, stay with me, and I will hold you dear. New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, let the spirits of possibility play. Words that open doors to secrets old and dear, old and new. Dear, what I reap, return to me. It's a long poem. Obviously, I look it up every time because there's no way I can memorize that, and I don't expect you to memorize that. But let's say it again together. Blessed year passing away, may your joys with me stay. Make me lucky, make me wise, magic blessing before these eyes, magical time between old and new, yesterday and tomorrow, lessons learned will be due. Pass away regret and sorrow, magic passing stay with me, and I will hold you dear, New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Let the spirits of possibilities play, words that open doors to secrets old and new. Dear, what I reap, return to me. And this is, there isn't really magic formula other than this poem. Another thing that I used to do is actually say something, and I will also put that down here, but it's also on the cleansing video. And I say it in Spanish. Again, it's not my first language. If you don't want to say the whole poem, que todo lo malo se vaia, que solo lo bueno venga. Let all bad things go away, and let all the good things come to me. As simple as that. But if you want to say the Wiccan poem, some years I feel like saying that. Some years I don't feel like saying that. Last year I did not burn the candle, and I did not say any poem. I regret doing so. So this year I'm definitely going to do that for myself and the whole world. So this is all for today. This is just to ingratiate yourself a better year than the one that we've had, and I think everyone needs that. I'll promise that I'll get to demonology soon. I hope you all have a great New Year's Eve, safe one. Don't get into any trouble. Don't spread anything. Don't get infected with anything. And I will talk to you next year. This is Jen with Jenny Demonic. Bye.